Hello everybody, my name's Atley. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my SnowRunner hard mode playthrough. Episode 41 of Yukon. In the Ford F750 pickup truck at the minute. It's nearly dawn, so it will be in daylight relatively soon. And I am going to run the Ford all the way down from the mountain house that I left it at the end of the last episode, basically picking up exactly where we left off. I'm going to run the Ford down into Big Salmon Peak and get repair points. I mentioned that I might go through in convoy because I'd like to get repair points for a couple of trucks, but I am not going to do that, and the reason I'm not going to do that is just focus on not tipping this thing over. This isn't too bad, but I don't want to take a silly chance by not focusing on it. Yeah, the reason I'm not doing that is I've just done a little bit of research. Wasn't in all-wheel drive. I've just done a little bit of research on Map Runner, and our next region is going to be Wisconsin. Notwithstanding, we'll do a bit of a special expedition to have a look at Phase 8 in the next couple of episodes, probably after this one, if it releases on schedule. But the next full map will be Wisconsin, and because I went there with a Paystar 5600 recovery ages ago, some of the Wisconsin map is already open to me, and what that means is that I've got the garage access on both Wisconsin maps. So I'll just show you real quick what I'm talking about. So Wisconsin, you start in Black Badger Lake, obviously, but I've also opened the garage for Greenwoods River. So the garage is here, and just down this road, and then along the railway track. I'm not sure exactly how easy that is to navigate, but maybe here to here. And then right in this little railway depot is the resupply zone. So I don't need to worry about doing a long old trek in Yukon to get repair points. I can deploy into Wisconsin via Greenwoods River and probably start the tasks here, and then that will give me repair points closer than I can get them on this map. So I'm only going to get them now because I need enough repair points to complete the final task on this map. So yeah, we're going to drive down through the map to the gateway, down through Big Salmon Peak, fill up with repair points, come back. It's a long old trip really, just to do one task, but needs must. I just haven't got repair points on anything else. Unless I did something like bringing the loaf in, say, or another truck, but then you're talking deployment costs there and back, which makes it quite an expensive set of repair points. I'd rather just drive the Ford down. And I'm not going to mess with taking the Zix or Tatra Force through just yet. They'll live without repair points. They may want to go through to Big Salmon Peak for cargo. I know I want to take the Zix in to a garage. Don't really mind which garage, so therefore I might as well do it as the garage on this map rather than going over there. I'm going to take it my preferred route, which is just down here. I quite like driving this route. Your mileage may vary, obviously. I also noticed while I was looking at the Wisconsin map that there's fuel stations on Black Badger that are $4 a litre, but there is one fuel station. It's a little bit remote, but there is one fuel station that you unlock with a task in Brainwoods that is $2 a litre for hard mode. So although it's a bit remote to get to, you can save yourself the deployment fees, which is probably worth it if you can get in and out of there with a large-ish fuel add-on and maybe a trailer. I haven't looked at what trailers you get on the map, but yeah, if there's a on-map option for $2 a litre, I will take that every time if I can get it. Same for a Muir. We've already unlocked, or we've got the ability to unlock $2 a litre in a Muir. So we're going to get back into some cheap fuel for a while, which should be nice. Not quite remembering the route that I did in the Kodiak. With hindsight, I think it would, and the repair points is the thing that tips it for me. I think it would be worth doing Loaded Foothills first and then finishing with Big Salmon Peak. I went through the Big Salmon Peak to get fuel, but I've ended up bringing it in from Michigan anyway. So yeah, with hindsight, maybe. So I don't think I've got enough fuel to get down there and back. I might top up at the Kodiak on the way out. Should be fine to get to the resupply zone. Pretty much rode 90% of the way. That's your standard. If you're going too fast, it's going to dilute occasional 15-point damage to your suspension. Teach you a lesson for going too fast. It's SnowRunner, they say. It's not the Paris-Dakar Rally thing. What task has this activated then? This must have activated logging, I suppose. Is the logging down here? What's this tracking? I'm confused. Oh, conveyors. It'll have activated one of the conveyors, and then it's telling me you can get metal beams or something. I may still end up coming in here with a trailer and the force to get some metal rolls. Just didn't particularly fancy doing it. For this, I want to get on with the task and maybe try and do the contest today. Not as bendy as it looked. Resupplies. A long old track, isn't it? So I have got 0 points. So let's build myself up. So I carry 500. I need 312, is it? I think 311 thereabouts. Obviously, before I leave, I will repair myself because I've done damage. So that's me fully fixed. Didn't do that much damage. So tires, everything all sorted. Let's get back. Probably stop at the garage. I might even put muds on. Never really thought about changing this one, but I might put muds on. And think about this one for the contest. I did say I would use the Zix for it, but I don't know. This isn't the best mud wader, but maybe mud tyres would make a difference. Main priority, get up and get that Scout repaired for the final task of the region. Let's have a little look in the garage and have a think about whether I should change the tyres. I don't think it would hamper me getting up to the Scout that I've got to fix. I don't think it was a particularly rocky climb to get up there. I think I will fill up with fuel from here anyway. So I can't remember how much is in that Kodiak, but let's have a quick look in the garage. It probably does deserve a repair, but £1,500. Not bad, is it? To make it look shiny again. Let's do that when we leave the map. No more luck, I'll repair it now and then roll it. So customize, let's look at tires. So there's no mud option, is there? So really it's UOD2s are my preferred. I've only got UOD2s or chains as useful options. I'm not going to be using those highway tires again, so I can sell those. It's £1,100 towards anything I want to buy. UAVs. Yeah, I think I'll get these. It's a little bit of a splurge, but I think that'll be worth it. Nothing else I'm going to change. Straight back out, straight over the flooded foothills. ULD2s aren't too bad for mud. And they're quite stable because they're a dual rear again. Let's have a look at fuel. So, custom bed, utility mount, and then change vehicle. So that's 447 plus the Kodiak's main tank. The Ford is now full of fuel and repair points. Let's go. Daylight's wasting. Right, actually, let's just make sure. So I want this task activated, and my probable best route is the railway line. Yeah, I think follow the railway line. So it's a fair old trek again, right on the other side of the map, but I think it's the option I want to use. Through there, please. Oh, I've got a bit of a tickly throat today, so apologies if my voice keeps going croaky. I don't know why I've got a tickly throat. I don't think I'm coming down with anything. I just got a little bit of a frog in my throat today. It's not very often that you get to just sit in a truck and drive it for nearly 20 minutes from A to B and back again. Quite nice, quite relaxing. I want to get myself on that side because I think it's a bit flatter than being on the tracks. Now I thought, and I must have seen somebody else's content of a different map, but I thought you had to move the railway wagons. You had to tow them with a truck. Doesn't look like it on this map, at least. Right, this railway line is a little bit more dangerous than the last one in terms of tippy angles. Straddle the track properly, it might be alright, but this always feels a bit dangerous, this one. Right through there. Yeah, I would have done that as... I would have time-lapsed this. Editor will time-lapse a fair bit of this. But I would have done that as a like pre-staging thing, probably. Gone and got the repair points and then started the episode about here. So, right, okay, I've got my repair points. I'm back here. I'm at the bridge. I'm at the ore sorter. I'm now going to cross the river and go and do the repair. So, depending on how well I time-lapse that, it's probably 15 to 20 minutes of content from your perspective. It's been 30 minutes of driving for me ish. I'm not gunning it the whole way because I don't want to be keep knocking 15 points off my suspension, so I'm not going as fast as I could. But yeah, it's about 30 minutes driving for me, and you guys get to see it all, but in time-lapse form, I'm sure. Stick this into all-wheel drive. It was in all-wheel drive. Didn't think it was, but... And then up to the Scout. I think it was up through there, but let's just double check. No, that's the watchtower. So I've gone slightly past it. It's this way. Did the same way the other day, didn't I? So I feel that these tyres are doing better than chains would have done through this snowy, not massively muddy, but certainly quite snowy path. So I feel like that was the right choice so far. I've just been lucky with the terrain I've hit, but this truck with chains on isn't great in snow. I've got to give this 72 litres of fuel as well, if I remember rightly, because I did drain its fuel. Quite funny, isn't it? Look at the size difference. Scout 800. I do like those tyres on it, though. Right, okay, so repair points. Bed into the Scout 800. It requires 312. Done. And then refuel. Take it from my custom bed into the Scout. $7,300. Not too bad. Thank you. Here is your reward. Some people are better off walking on foot. I'm going to put myself in some people category on some days. Not too bad today though. I quite enjoyed that drive. It's not very often you just get to do a long distance trek like that. And then the marching ants around here, that's metal beams. Obviously I'm not doing anything with that now in this truck. But yeah, that's pretty good. Pushes us back up to 161. And I think that these tyres were worth the money so far. And then I may as well fill the truck. So I've got 57 in the custom bed and 50 in the utility mount. May as well stick all of that in a custom bed, haven't I? So, Matt, I fancy having a look at the contests. Feels like that's the thing to do. Time-wise, I'm not sure, but it does feel like that's the thing to do. I'd kind of like to get the Zix down there for them, really. Long ride and short ride. So what's my route if I wanted to bring the Zix down? Zix has got 18% fuel in its tank, but I think it's got a full roof rack. I'd get the Zix across from here to here. Let's have a look at it from a Zix angle. I suspect that we'll end up bringing the Ford down there. Let's just check that fuel situation. Refuel. Yeah, so my roof. And then also my spare wheel. And that doesn't quite fill me up, but let me have a look. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to backtrack to here. And I'm going to take the route down the side of the pipe that I used to bring cargo up a while ago. Let me turn off tracking because I don't want to do that for a minute. I need to look at the cargo for that conveyor separately. I've got my spreadsheet. I need to update it with what I've already delivered, and then I'll work out the logistics for that. And yes, I probably will end up going and getting metal rolls from Big Salmon Peak, but I didn't want to mess with that this episode. So I'm going to go back to the gold mine in the Zix. Zix was only here because it a while ago had to get the force back on its wheels after the Ninja Rock flipped me over. The Zix hasn't got the big engine in it yet, which is something I did really want to do before messing around with contest. But I still think it would be fun to take the Zix and have a go at those contests. I suspect it'll be dark by the time I get there though. Right, so down through here. Might jump in cab view with lights on. Can't see. Tight to the pipe is the answer. And then maybe this one, and then quick lock. Back to get tight to the pipe again. Right, back outside. Maybe it's just path of least resistance would have been other side of that tree. Maybe. Steering wheel's going mad. Lock to lock to lock. Back in the cab. Madness, but fun. It is a bit mad. This mouse was not looking forward. There we go. I think we're out. No, I was just told do this before you do the conveyors because you want to use the conveyor route to get to the makeshift bridge. I'm not sure about entirely is where that makeshift bridge is, and I haven't scouted this at all, so I had intended to. I fully intended to. It's been a bit of a busy day, and I haven't had as much time as I might have liked. So, where's this makeshift bridge then? Let's maybe follow this around. Doesn't look very pleasant, does it? Let's get up high. There's no winch points, so it's quite precarious. I'm going to testing this truck in sort of tippy scenarios. I haven't really tested it before and got much experience with it, so I hope I'm not gonna do something stupid. Looks like a crossing point by these poles. I'll tell you what's a good idea. Blind scouting and contest work in the dark. That's a great idea, Atley. Well done. But this is a crossing point. I'm comfortable. Get myself to the start point and then we'll have a look at where the waypoints are and think about how I might approach this. Bricks and timber frames, which I may end up collecting for the conveyors. And then this has got to be the makeshift bridge, hasn't it? I think I can see the contests ahead of me. Just about top right at the screen, I think I see marching ants, and I think that's got to be the contests. The question then is, how do I get to them? I really don't think there's a better sort of mud and water truck than this. Except for maybe this with its biggest engine in. It's just whether or not it's also got the speed to do contests, but yeah. So we got a short contest and a long contest. Which is which? Engine off. This one is the long ride. Let's look at the short one first, but let's have a look at the map. So short ride is start here. You're going to want to do A, B, and F before you head off down to D. You're going to do D last, don't you? Because you don't want to go there and back, because that's just inefficient. So it's going to be starting from here. Maybe go up to A, across to B. See if you can come across to here. Here. And I get across to there, and then down to here. How does that seem? And then it's going to be a case of, can I cross this water with it? But I don't think it's particularly deep, so I think we'll give that a go. My heart's already pounding. You guys know I don't like contests. I love them after I've got gold. So I'm going to leave those waypoints as they are. And see what I can do. Hang on. Maybe now that I've seen the scale of it, maybe I'm thinking slightly differently. Because this one's right behind me. So actually, I would be better because it's ridiculously close, is get the contest started, reverse to that, then forward to A, somehow get across to B, and then down this way, down to here. I think that gives me a little bit less shenanigans, I think. And it's so close that it's just there, right? So let's move myself so that I can start it and reverse straight back, knocking his fence out of the way in the process. So hey, this is Quick Nick. My friends and I have been racing the old dredge works, trying to beat our records. This is my first attempt of 3. I've only got 2 minutes to get gold, but there's no truck changes, no other restrictions, so I haven't got to mess about with. I'm going to worry about like changing cabs and cab view and all that kind of stuff. Across there, as long as I don't tip it or drown it. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. Maybe I should have gone around that one. Yep, that's a mistake. Because there's no wind point. I expected to be able to get up that fairly easy. Deeper than I expected. Come on, Six, you can do it. Arg. Messed this up, haven't I? I'm not even going to get silver at this rate. Just stuck. Didn't think the Zits could do that in this type of terrain, but I don't know what's under this water. It has surprised me. I know I could have practiced it. It has surprised me that the Zix is even capable of getting this stuck in this type of terrain. Messed that right up, people. I should have just gone around the road, right? Because the wheels are spinning, so it's not an engine power problem. It's that I've got no grip. And very little fuel at this rate. What on earth? This is going to be a fail. I'm not even going to get out of this puddle. I am utterly surprised at that. Because I thought I came through this type of puddle with the Tatterin early doors when I was scouting the map. Maybe not this specific one, but big old steering lock clicks going on. Blind attempt at a contest in the dark in unfamiliar terrain. Bad idea. And I'm obviously into bronze timings by now. There's no way I'm even going to get silver. So therefore, let's just get it done. Not worry about time. But that completely surprised me that I would be that stuck in that type of terrain. I thought that's why I wanted to use this truck for it, is that I figured that... No, I'm going to do the same again, look. because that is a shallower exit. So as long as the water's not too deep. Oh, they've trolled me, haven't they? It looks like a shallower exit, but it's not. That's a horrible bit of terrain. Way too deep. And no winch points anywhere near. I thought this would be okay because there's a road submerged, which is what I'm just climbing onto now, I believe, but I'm going to have to reverse back to that other waypoint and then go forward for the last one. Oh my days, I messed this one right up. I hate contests. But I love them when I get gold. So I hate failing, that's what it really is, isn't it? What is this truck? Why is this stuck? That is that, I can't even see. Is that would have been funny if my handbrake had been on that whole time. I thought this was the go anywhere, nothing can beat it truck. Not great viewing either, is it? Doing this in the dark. What's this, about 15 minutes? 8 minutes 18. That's outrageous. I tried to turn the engine off then, but it killed the... It got rid of the task. So, wow. I'm going to say that was horrible. And I know it was self-inflicted. Horrible. Long ride. This is going to be much better, is it? 3.5 minute timer. I don't know how I would do that. Maybe from here, get this one, around here, and up to this one, bit more conventional, around the circle, to there, and finish there, rather than trying to do it clever and crossing over bits of water. I'm gonna do it. I'm not expecting to get, what's my fuel like? 84 litres. Probably need a fuel rescue. Probably need somebody to bring me some fuel by the time I've done this, but I think 84 litres is enough to attempt it. And I'd like to get it done from a completion perspective. Whether or not I reattempt that and try and better my time of 8 minutes for a 2-minute contest, I don't know. I may just accept it and just move on with my life. Because I've got another one that's silver over in Big Salmon Peak, so it's not as if I'm all gold. It's coming into a little bit of daylight. That'll help a little bit, I suppose. But blimey, that completely caught me by surprise, because I thought I would stomp through that little bit of water. So the other one, long ride. Start here, reverse onto the one that's behind me, and then go straight up that way. So let's just do it. And again, no more restrictions. My first attempt of 3. Done. Go. And then I'll just follow the trail around. Try not to fall off the path is probably the main thing now. Or let that rock tip me over. And then, if I remember rightly, it's right down the outside. But again, try not to fall off the path, which is quite narrow. Get a little bit of speed up if I can. Watch this rock, that doesn't look very pleasant. Try and straddle right over the top of it. Didn't like that much. That was the game, not me. Stalled the engine then. That was just one of those cut-out jobs. It didn't say stalled, it just stopped. Alright, 1 to go. Steady, that's pretty steep on my right, isn't it? Alright, here we go. 3.5 minutes was the timer. Don't know how I'm doing, I've got no idea. Silver. 10 seconds outside. That's a bit easier to take. 10 seconds I missed that one by. So, yeah. I'm not going to say that the bigger engine would have made the difference. But maybe the Taiga for those would do better. I don't know that I'd want to try the Tatarin, because the Tatarin's not massively fast and it's easy to drown it. Well, that one didn't really involve a lot of wading, so maybe for that one, but Tatarin's not on this map. But that is going to be a wrap for this episode. So, 8 minutes on a 2-minute contest. I don't know if I can leave that, but I haven't got the fuel to try it again now, and I'm almost certainly just going to leave that and move on with my life. So, hope you enjoyed watching the episode. I hope to see you in the next one. Next one will almost certainly be Special Expedition to Phase 8. I hope to see you there. But in the meantime, thank you very much and goodbye.